Alright, good day everyone. This is if I want to quickly do a tutorial on African Makosa baseline reading. Alright, I know so many persons, they have little issues trying to play this, maybe in church or gigs or whatsoever, but it's actually easy. There are so many parts or so many variations to playing it, but let me give you something simple that can help you while wanting to play the Makosa reading. Now I'm going to be using the key of F. Use any keyboard. Let me use F instead. Alright, so first things first. Now the Makosa, understand your rhythm. When I mean understand the rhythm, if you're playing with a keyboardist or you're playing with a lead guitarist, there's always a pattern or a rhythm they give you to flow with. That's where you build your bass line from. That's where you build your concept from. There's no particular bass line, like no particular one. Just you can be creative with whatsoever you come up with. But what you have to do, the first things first, is to understand the rhythm. Now, understanding the rhythm, what I mean is what they use most times. And keyboardists, they play this. They could do something like, okay, maybe right now a keyboardist or the lead guitarist can be playing that line. What I'm playing around, the so far I'm playing around is just do fa so fa, do fa so fa. Yes, there's another rhythm or Makosa rhythm that goes the other way around. So instead of do fa so fa, there's another one like so whichever. Yes, the second one I just play now is do so fa so, do so fa so. But I'm going to be using one, then I'll show you how to build your bass line on that particular one. That's the first one I play. That's do fa so fa. So when playing the Makosa reading, two notes as a basis that you should have in mind. What you use that help you to build your, or let me say three major notes that you have in mind that could help you build a bass line that you can play and enjoy yourself with. The first note there is that's your re note. That's the first one. The second is your fa, and the third is your la. Now with these three notes, it can help you. It can give you a concept. It can give you different various ideas, especially with this re. Before you now start bouncing, grooving, you can just start with simple bass line. Maybe you can okay, let me use a guide for example now. Okay, now what you are hearing is just so far. That's the first one I played before. So you are building a bass line now. The three notes I just said now. So this is it. So I mean that's so what I just played now, I played three notes actually. Sorry, I forgot to add one more. That's the fourth one. That's your saw. Very important, your saw note. So what I just did now with three notes I just played as a bass line, maybe for a beginner. That's la, re, so, re. Now these three notes, if you've been able to play alongside the keyboardist or whoever is playing the Makosa reading with just these three notes, la, re, so, re. But I know you don't just want to end here. You want to build your play. You want to play professional. You want to be able to groove the bars and all of that. It takes practice. It's not just overnight. Okay, so let me go on. So what I really want to show you today is various bass line various bass line that you can build upon, or you can just decide to. So first one, this is very simple. What I'm doing there, I'm using my do, that's this, and the do under the octave. So I'm just picking do the first one and the second one, moving down to re. First one, that's the third string, and my G string, that's this note. So that's re here and the re under the octave. Then I'm going with the saw. So I'm just picking it, finding the pattern that best suits me, or that follows the music, particular music I'm playing, the beat pattern rather. So I'm playing, that's do, re, re, so, re. Yeah, so play one more time again, slowly. Alright, so as you practice it, you get more used to it, you can up your tempo. Alright, so you get practicing more and more often, the bass line gets cleaner. Then second one, let me show you. For beginners, you can play this also. Alright, you can play this okay. Sorry. That's a very simple bass line. If you are just learning bass for the first time and wanting to play Makosa rhythm, you can start with that. That's very simple and very okay. So that's your do, your mi, fa, your la, alright, then so and your ti. That's all. So do, mi, fa, la, so, ti, fa, la, do, mi, fa, la, so, ti, fa, la. That's all. Second, you can also, this is also simple as well, that you can still use. So you can use your do, then your, that's fa, mi, re. So do, fa, mi, re with the beats. So, fa, mi, re, do, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re. That's another simple one. Fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re. That's do, fa, mi, re. So you get comfortable with this. So, fa, mi, you can interchange that. Do, so just that's after that. Then so with that as a bassist, playing with that, you can build your bass lines. Like maybe you see the idea. This is the idea. If when your keyboardist or your lead guitarist, it's going to fa, the first one it starts from is your do. Alright, so it's going to fa as the second reading, or the second chord rather. So you can interchange that fa with your re. Alright, so that's do, re instead of do, fa. You get? Instead of do, fa, keyboard is only guys playing do, fa. Then you as a bassist, you can be creative and then go to do, re instead. Alright, so you are playing, when it's playing do, fa, then so, fa, you can play do, re. Alright, then so, re, do, re, so, re. You can also interchange the do for la. That's what I did at the beginning of this video. So that's la, re, so, re, la, re, so, re. Then you start to build patterns like now observe what I'm doing. I'm not resolving to do or whatever. I interchange the do with la, I interchange the fa with re. Alright, so let me explain what I'm saying now. So this is all right. So you get gist. You get that's it's very simple. That's majorly all you need to know about learning or building Makosa baseline of your own, aside others that you learn and hear from other music. All right, so let me play that baseline slowly so you can catch up. That's it's a picking pattern, it's a particular pattern to play. So the notes there are so, la, do, la, re, re, then so, la, re. That's what I'm using, but what I'm doing is the pattern at which I'm picking. So I mean, you can make it more interesting and go to a higher octave. All right, so this part of the guitar you can, that's for that real Makosa suku sound. You can shift your hand closer to the neck of the bass, but towards the ending here, so you can play something like same thing, but you watch the sound will change. You get? Now this was, I think this was called sukus. That's the pattern. Just that's the easy tone and the pattern of play. That's what differentiates it. But they are all Makosa. Yes. Alright, so with that you can build your baseline. You can just be creative and just do whatever you want to do. And last but not the least, the last one I will show you, that's the real sukus baseline. Alright, how to get your groove around it. Now, first things first that you should know, but it's easier to learn actually with a 4-string bass guitar. Alright, but no stress, if you still have a 5-string bass guitar you can still learn it, but just that you have to be more cautious. When I mean more cautious, so as not to mistakenly hit the other strings that you are not using, alright, at that particular point in time, so that you don't miss them, so that you not start spoiling the bass line you're trying to create. Alright, now first things, so back to our F. So quickly, that's what you need to know is that the sukus bass line is all about the bounce. It's all about the bouncing, how you bounce, how you groove with the beat. So 2 notes there. So you are playing do, this is my do. Now you are making use of, in most cases, you are using your first string, that's your G string, and your E string. Alright, so that's your G string here and your E string. So I'm playing octaves. So this is the same thing as so, do, but I'm not using this do here on this A string. I'm using the do on my G string. Alright, so you are playing. So let's say, for example, you want to build a bass line now. You start something like you can start rehearsing this. Alright, now people use different patterns to learn this. We have to find the one that is suitable and best for you to learn. Alright, so you can use the first one. The first one is okay, you could use this finger to hammer on that E string. Alright, so by the time you hit only the G string here, you just do so you do only the G string. You use this hand to hammer on the E string. It gives you that saw you need. Others could use this picking pattern. You could use your thumb. Okay, you could use your thumb to pick it up. So maybe playing, or you could use, so find the one that is suitable for you, that will not make you hit any other string. Because by the time you start hitting, let's say you start doing something like, you are spoiling the bass line. You are spoiling everything you want to try and to build in the first place. So that's so you could start like so. That's do, so do. So I'm playing Now bear in mind, don't forget your progression. Your progression is do, fa, so, fa. So you'll be going around it. Now the two that you make use of this bounce, that's so, do, and the next one is la, re, la, re. So these two, so, do, la, re, the same bounce, the fourth string and the first string. Alright, so whatsoever pattern. So you are making use of these two patterns to play. Now let me explain what I mean. So I'm playing alright, that's just it. That's a simple one you can start with, to simple exercise that you can start before you start creating other bass line. So that's slowly. Repeat same thing. Back again. Very simple. Very, very simple. Very simple. So with this now you can explore, you can do whatever you want to do, but just remember your progression: do, fa, so, fa. So you play around the progression, something like this. So I could use the bass lines I've taught now to play. So for that suku's tone, if you are looking for it, just move your hand forward a bit. So that's virtually all you need to know about the African Makosa bassline reading. Very, very simple. So you can be creative, just do your thing. Don't forget, practice makes progress. It's not overnight. Don't just pick your bass guitar and then you just play and it's not magic. So you have to keep on practicing. So you practice, reduce the tempo, you can increase the tempo, but first of all, when you're rehearsing, when you're practicing it, drop your tempo. When you've gotten it, then you can start increasing your tempo little by little, maybe by 2 beats bar or whatever. So but like that, you get the whole, there's no special thing there. It's just very, very easy, very, very easy. Okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe. Most importantly, don't forget to share. All right, so stay tuned for more tutorials next week. All right, peace, bye.